first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's into the clear. The 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll run with White. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
On the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson, flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First down, here's White. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's White. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Nothing.
Second and 6 from the 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means a punt.
Now they'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the gun, Wilson. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Browns 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson escaping the pressure way. He'll get this to his running back, Carolan. That big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
The 38-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 23 yards on the play.
When the spotlight is at its brightest,
1st and goal.
and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl. Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's Calais. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Raymond Calais as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Browns 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Wilson. The Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with White, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. That's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. They'll try and run it in with White. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. A run for Nick Chubb. They'll get 3 up to midfield. It seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Threaded in with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
He finds his target, Fuller. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They run with Calais. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Again, it's Calais. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. He's letting this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown, Seattle. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd down.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. This one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.